what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really hope that you stick around and subscribe for more. Today we have a lot of products to go through, so let's just get started. So in today's video, we're going to be doing a full face of first impression / review of all brand new drugstore products. Actually, not all of them are brand new. Some of them have been out for a while, but I just recently came across them and I wanted to test them out, so I decided to incorporate them in this video. But if you watch any of my other videos, you know that I usually have the star of the show and only make the video around one product. In this case, since we're going to be looking at 10 or more products, I don't want to make this video 3 hours long. So instead of kind of talking through all the possible information that you need to know about the product, I'm just going to put it up on the screen and then you're going to see me apply the makeup throughout the video. So it can make it go faster and it's a lot more easy to watch, and you don't have to sit there and watch like a 3-hour long video of me going in depth of each product. Okay, so I've already done my eyebrows because I really like the products that I'm currently using, and I just freaking squirrel that drives my dog crazy. Oh my god. So like I was saying, I've already done my eyebrows because the eyebrow products that I'm currently using I really like, and I don't want to test any new ones out. Not yet, at least. I really like what I'm doing right now. My eyebrows look great, so I didn't want to explore other options at the moment. Maybe in another video. But anyways, let's start off with the first step, which is primer. Today, the one that I'm going to be testing out is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Water Drop Primer in the Cucumber scent. So it's a green color. Not a pretty green, to be honest. Can you guys see that? Look at that. It's an ugly green color. So as I'm blending it onto the skin, it definitely feels super refreshing. It's not sticky, it's lightweight. Before moving on to foundation, I actually want to do my eyes first. So for eyes today, we're going to be testing out this beautiful ColourPop palette. It's the, actually I don't think it has a name, but it looks like this. If you go to their website, you could definitely find it. It's super colorful and so perfect for summer. So I'm so excited to test these out. Now, I did some swatches the other day on this palette for my Instagram stories, and I swatched my favorite 2 colors in the whole palette. Or not my favorite 2, but the 2 that I was most intrigued by, which is this orange one and this like white one. Now, the colors are beautiful and so stunning. But look, I accidentally just touched it. Can you guys see that? It's like literal glitter, which I don't think is safe to use around the eye area, because I definitely do not want those glitters going in my eye, because that's just not a good idea. While I clean up my eyebrows with a little bit of my regular concealer and prime my eyelids for the shadows, I am going to put up all the information on the screen that you need to know about this palette, pricing, and all of that kind of sort of thing. So while you read that, I want to go ahead and clean up my eyebrows. There's so many beautiful colors in here that I really don't know what kind of look that I want to go for. But I think this is the perfect palette for summer, except those 2. I mean, the colors are beautiful, but man, the formula is way too chunky. And again, I don't think it's safe to use around the eye area. But anyways, besides the point, I digress. I think I'm going to do a hot pink type of look with these 2 colors down here. And yeah. To start off, I'm going to be taking this hot pink shade right here and taking the Morphe M441 and just applying it around my crease. Very sort of lightly, because I really don't know how this is going to turn out. So now I'm going to be taking this shade right here, which is like a super light coral shade, and I'm going to be taking it with the Morphe M518, and I'm going to be applying that above where I just applied the pink to kind of just blend it out. Now I'm going to be taking Solstice with the Mostess, which is the star of the show for this eye look, with a flat brush. This one is just from Eagle Tools. It doesn't have any name. It's just take with whatever flat brush that you have, and I'm going to apply it all over the lid. Okay, so there is what we have at the moment. Now I'm going to go back with that fluffy brush, which was the Morphe M518, and I'm going to go back to that, what is this shade called? Centerfold, which is that light coral shade, and I'm just going to kind of blend everything out very lightly. So that's pretty much it for the eye look. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some falsies, and then I'll be right back to continue on with the rest of my face. Okay guys, so I've applied falsies. It took me 20 minutes because I got distracted watching a YouTube video, but I am back. Now we're gonna be doing foundation. So this foundation I'm super excited to try. This is actually one of the products in this whole group of products that we're gonna be testing out today. That is not new in the market, it's new to me, and I've been dying to test it out, so I finally bought it and we're going to be testing out today. So this is the CATRICE HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. I have it right here. I love the packaging. It's a glass droplet type of style. So you can see I got two of them. I got it in the shade 035 Natural Beige and 037 Golden Beige because I have never tried any face products from CATRICE, so I don't know how their undertones and shades go. So I wanted to play it safe and just get two of them and see which one was going to work better for me. So let me swatch it on my face. So this is 035. Okay. It's kind of yellowy. It's promising. It is promising. I do wonder if it's going to oxidize, so I am going to wait a little bit just to give it a couple of minutes and see if it's going to oxidize on my skin. Now this is 037. Okay. While we wait for these two to set onto my skin, I'm going to put up the list of ingredients on the screen so you guys can read through those. So it's been like 2 or 3 minutes and I can already tell they're both oxidizing. As far as the undertone, I think this one's better for my skin. It just has that yellowy undertone that I personally prefer. This one is more of like reddish orange and I am not into reddish orange. So I think I'm just gonna do the 035 Natural Beige. I went ahead and rinsed the foundation off my face and reapplied the primer. I'm gonna be mixing both of them. It's blending so effortlessly and it's giving me a flawless finish while also giving me full coverage. It doesn't feel like I have anything on my skin, so I really do love it so far, and I think mixing both shades kind of gave me the perfect shade for me. For concealer, I've been dying to test the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, so I went ahead and ordered it when I ordered that palette that we tried out today, and I got it in the shade Light 10, and to be honest, it literally looks so light, so I don't know if this is gonna work out for me. So let me swatch it on my hand. So that's the foundation, but let me swatch. Okay, that's definitely way too light. Let me blend it out with the sponge on my hand and see how. I mean, I've heard many people talk about this concealer. To be honest, it feels quite drying and it definitely looks like it's giving me a white cast. So I think that's going to be a hard pass for this concealer. Maybe I just got the wrong shade, so I might just reorder and get the right shade. But for now, I'm not going to be testing this out because it's literally white. It's not going to look good. So I'm just going to go with my good old L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Foundation. Since I've been wearing this for a long time and I think you guys know about this concealer, I'm not going to give you any information because this is not a new product. Now that I applied it on my face. I think the ColourPop may be just as white, so give me 1 second. Let me apply a little bit of... No, the ColourPop is definitely whiter. I'm gonna add a little bit of the ColourPop in here for some extra brightness. It is quite drying though, like I still have it on here and it feels super dry, so that's not really the type of formula that I want for my concealer. So far so good. I'm loving the way everything is turning out. I do kind of wish I wouldn't have mixed that ColourPop concealer. It just, the little bit that I did add in there, I can definitely feel my under eyes just a tad bit dry, and just looking at it on my hand, it's quite drying, and I kind of wish I wouldn't have mixed it. So this is definitely going to be a pass. I don't think I'm going to be ordering another shade of that, just because the formula, yeah, I just don't like matte concealers. I'd rather have a hydrating concealer that I can set with a mattifying powder instead of having a super matte formula that's going to dry out my under eyes. So next we're going to do powder and set my under eyes and the rest of my face. So this is a brand that I'm excited about, and there's a couple more products from this brand that we're going to be testing out in today's video. This is Revolution Pro. I don't know if this is like the sister company of Makeup Revolution, and I believe this is new to Ulta, but I think this is a UK brand and it's been out for a while. And it kind of gives me YSL vibes just because of the gold, and it kind of looks super fancy. So I got the translucent setting powder, which is an ultra fine mattifying powder with hyaluronic acid. It's the type that has the net in here style, whatever you call it. And I am grabbing a little bit on my fingers, and it definitely feels super fine. Wow, I am excited for this. So I am gonna take the Real Techniques setting brush. It looks like this. I'm sure everyone knows this brush. It's a pretty popular one for Real Techniques. And I am gonna take just some on the brush and go ahead and set my under eyes. As I'm applying, I can just feel how fine this powder is, and it's super lightweight. I don't think it has a scent. I didn't smell anything, to be honest. So now let's move on to bronzer, contour, brush, all that stuff. So this is another Revolution Pro product, and this is the Sculpt and Glow palette. I think they have another shade of this. This is the one in Desert Sky. While I open this up, I will go ahead and put up all the information that you need to know about this product. The actual pan is like wavy. I don't know if you guys can tell. Can you guys see, like, it's wavy? That's kind of cool. And this is the shade Desert Sky. And this is the contour shade and a highlighter. So I want to quickly swatch them and see how... Ooh, they're super buttery. Wow. So let me swatch it on here. Oh, and I really do like that shade. It is super buttery, guys. Now let's do the highlighter. Also super buttery. And let's swatch it. I can't do this, guys. Oh, you guys see that? That highlighter is... It's good, but it's not as in your face. It feels more like a glowy powder. I don't know how to explain it. It feels thicker than what a highlighter should be, if that makes any sense. Like, can you guys see that? Let me see. It does have a sheen, but it's thicker. I don't know how to explain it, guys. So the brush that I'm going to be using to contour is the Controlled Setting brush from EcoTools, and it looks like this. I'm just gonna take some. It does have quite a bit of kickback. So now I'm gonna take this fan brush from Morphe. it gives me a glow, but it's not like, oh my god, it's in your face. I'm definitely wearing like 3,000 pounds of highlighter type of look. So I really do like this. Obviously, because my freaking eyeshadow is like pink in your face, I don't want to go too hard with the blush. And this is such a pretty rosy pink color. And let me swatch it real quick. It kind of, let's see, it does have quite a bit of pigment. And actually, I'm lying. You can barely see anything. Wow. I'm like, look, going super hard. And then I'm gonna swatch it right here. Wow. So, quite disappointing, Revlon. What were you thinking? So it definitely gave me a little bit of a flush, natural type of look. But I am a little disappointed just because it's not as pigmented as you would think it is. Nonetheless, it does look pretty on the skin. I think the mixture with the blush and that highlighter, it kind of gives you such a pretty little sheen. Now we're going to go and finish off the lower lash line, and I'm going to go back into the palette and take this small blending tapered brush. Okay, so now for lips, I have a couple of products here that I had in my pile. I just don't know which one I'm going to use since I did quite the bright eye. I want to tone down my lips and do a nude lipstick. So the product that I have is another Revolution Pro product, and this is their Satin Matte Lipstick. I got mine in the shade Cashmere. When I'm opening it, it kind of looks a bit drying if I'm being quite honest, so I don't know how that's going to work. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch it on my wrist, and oh, it's pretty creamy actually. And it definitely feels super lightweight. I'm going to add a little bit of gloss over it, and I'm going to take this KKW Soulmate gloss. I know this is not from the drugstore, but this is literally the only gloss that I own. So this is the CATRICE HD Active Performance Freezing Spray, and it's long wear, protecting, hydrating, and fixing. Whatever that means. It's cooling and refreshing. So this is the final look. Hi guys, so I have to quickly come on here because I totally did not record the last part of this video, but honestly I'm not that mad because this video is already super long. So I really hope that some of you are still watching. So honestly, I really liked most of the products. I think the foundation is a great foundation. I just would suggest you be a little careful if you have oily skin and just make sure that you set it a little extra. As far as the products that I did not like and I would totally not recommend, first we have the ColourPop concealer. I personally thought that it was very, 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 very drying to my skin and I did not like it. You guys saw that I mixed it with my regular concealer, which is the L'Oreal Infallible concealer, and it never feels drying, but that time it felt super drying and I knew it was because I had mixed it with the ColourPop concealer. Additionally, we have the Revlon blush. Honestly, you guys saw, like, that was the most disappointing product ever. So don't go spend your money on that blush because it's not worth it. You guys saw there's no pigmentation. It barely gave me a sheen, so yeah. It's a big no from me. Lastly, I do want to mention a little bit about the setting spray because I did realize that I didn't really give you guys much information on it. So the setting spray did a pretty good job, honestly. It kept all my makeup in place, but like I said, the foundation did start to look oily at the end of the day. So I'm not sure if it was the primer or the foundation or if it was just the setting spray not doing its job. So I definitely do want to test these products out on their own with other products I already know that I like and see my real final thoughts. If you guys want an update on any of these products, just let me know down in the comments. But again, thank you so much for watching this super long video. I really hope that you guys stick around for more and subscribe because it's free and it's a fun time. And until next time, bye guys.